Okay, hello all. Today we're going to do the Skittles Lab. Now this is not the same lab you did back in ninth grade. I found something a little different. So if you pulled up your sheet, I'm going to read it with you so that we can understand and maybe highlight a few key things. So the Mars Candy Company Quality Assurance Board, and there is a real Quality Assurance Board, recently realized that they have a problem. There is a nasty rumor floating around that Mars does not put equal amounts of each color in each bag of Skittles. Now, the company recognizes that there will be some error from bag to bag, but their stand is that overall, there are equal amounts of each color being distributed. Your task, should you choose to accept it, and you will, is to prove with cold, hard evidence if the company is telling the truth. You will need to carry out a set procedure so that we will have comparable results. This means that you must follow the scientific method. Remember, these results are for company board members, so they must be graphed and easy to read. So what we're going to do is take a step above the ninth grade level, and we're going to do this as if we were presenting to an actual company board, just like you would do if you had a job where you need to present information. So the first thing we have to do is write out our problem. If you recall from the scientific method, that needs to be in a form of a question. So in that little bit I read, they talk about not having the same amount of color. That means the same amount of pieces of each color. So does it matter if we have the same number of pieces, or are we really important just for the color? I want you to write a problem in the form of a question that answers what was in that introduction. Now I'm going to help you out a little bit because this is a new style for you. Mine is going to be, if we check each bag of Skittles, then my hypothesis for a problem, sorry, I started with my hypothesis. My problem is going to be, are there the same number of colors for each bag? So I'm going to write that on my sheet. Are there, form of a question, the same number of pieces for each color? Okay? So now we're going to do some observation and research. Now we can't go to a public library or even a scientific library on a college or something to find out this information. Mars Candy Company is not going to share their secret information, so we need to do some observations. So what I want you to do is think about and write down how we can observe. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open the bag. I'm going to write that down as my steps. And I'm going to count each one, okay? Now this is going to help us to write our procedure in a moment. Let's get to that hypothesis. So remember, we do an if, then, because that helps us with our two variables and our reason why. So if I open a bag of Skittles, then there will be, I'm going to say equal number. Maybe they got this fixed. Equal number of pieces for each color because, and my reasoning, Mars doesn't want to have upset customers. Okay, so I'm writing that all down. Doesn't want upset, I have to spell, customers. Okay, so we need to put our steps, our procedures. So first step, get a bag of Skittles. Now I have just a fun size because, hey, it's Halloween now, so we might as well check. Get a bag of Skittles and open. My next step will be to count, separate by color, and then count each number. And then if you flip to the next page, you're going to notice we have a data table. Shows a spot to write each color and the frequency and total amount in the bag. After that, you're going to make a graph, just a basic bar graph, okay? And I want you to write a conclusion answering, did we answer the problem? Tell me how many there were of each color, the frequency, and did your actual results compare to your hypothesis? When you are done, submit this via Schoology. Have a great day.